And what is that? No. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay. I got you. I got you. Okay. Now this is definitely not that. But I'm going to need your help with this one, Shash, just so I can kind of draw it up for you. Do you have a piece of paper? Great. So, if you would, just for the fun of it, draw a triangle for me, please. Okay, at the very top of the triangle, I want you to draw a circle. And at the very bottom, I think you could probably put in 3 or 4 circles. At the very bottom, right? So, I know, right? So, if you think about most companies, probably the company that you work for now, somebody owns it, right? Now, how much interaction do you have with the owner of your company? 0. What is your opportunity to generate the kind of income that the owner of your company is making right now? Okay. Now, is it fair to say that most companies are structured where you'll have a CEO, vice president, manager, and the further down you go, there's more and more employees. The further up you go, there's less people. Is that true? Okay. So if I join Microsoft or Apple or Starbucks today, my chances of making Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Howard Schultz kind of income it's not impossible, but it's a long shot for most people. Is that fair? Okay, that's called a traditional pyramid scheme because it's designed for employees to work and the company's going to get as much as they can. So you go door to door and they will extract as much of your human energy as humanly possible for you to sell whatever that product is, and they're going to pay you just enough to keep you around. But your chances of making the kind of money that the owner makes are slim to none. So that's how most jobs are. I've had jobs too, and that is what it is. Now, watch this. I want you to take that piece of paper and turn it upside down. Okay, good. So now you are the person at the bottom, and all those 4 or 5 circles are at the top, right? Now, do you see how much more room is at the top? That's because what you're looking at in WorldVentures is called an equal opportunity. Because you actually get paid based on your effort. So, do you refer people to the product? Yeah, it's sort of like being a real estate broker. If I'm a broker, I'm going to need agents to work in my office to promote real estate, right? I override a percentage of all the sales that the agents are making, but I'm the broker, so the agents go out and they show houses and I get a piece of that. That's called another pyramid model, if you will. So when you look at WorldVentures, if you decide, okay, I like vacations, because first of all, I wouldn't, if you don't like the product, that's fine. You can just say, I don't like traveling or vacationing, it's just not for me. That's cool. But if you did like the product and you could give your friends value, if you could show your friends a way to take vacations and save some money doing it, would they be upset with you if you gave them access to a membership like that? I know, but I'm just saying, look, just for the sake of argument. Okay, cool. So that's the concept that you're looking at. And the reason I'm taking the time to share this with you is because you're all the way in Australia and I want us to be able to make the most out of the call because I probably will never have the chance to talk to you again. But when you're thinking about door-to-door sales, if you don't go out and make those sales, I know you have a base salary, but your income, flexibility is not, it's not going to grow that much if you're not making sales. Is that true? Okay, cool. Are you doing anything else to make money right now? Can you make money while you sleep? in your current position? Okay, so look at it like this. Let's say you decide, maybe it's not WorldVentures, maybe it's another company you decide you want to be part of, whatever. And you and 10 people that you know join your business. So now it's your 24-hour day plus 10 other people. You got 240 hours in the same day as you had by yourself, which is 24. And if each person works 2 hours a day, you now have created an extra 20 hours in the workday that have nothing to do with you, but you still get paid on them because you're creating leverage through building a network. Okay? So does the pyramid scheme aside, in terms of the product, did you enjoy the product? Did it resonate with you, or is it kind of like, nah, it's not for me? Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So, if you could save money on your airfare, if you could save money on a hostel, whatever, I mean, that's cool. Whatever your specific niche is in terms of traveling, you have a pretty good chance of finding that within the WorldVentures Dreamtrip Flight membership. Does the business side of it interest you at all? Okay, that's... Sure, no, that's totally fair. And to that, I'll say this. It's not for me to decide, it's for you to decide. So if I show you something, if you own the membership, that's great. Do they have like Sam's or BJ's or Costco's in Australia? Do they have like bulk buying memberships where you can go to a store and get a discount for because you have a membership? Okay, Costco, great. So if you have a Costco membership and you never use it, but you share it with me and I buy one, you understand what I'm saying? Like I make up my own mind if I want to use it. Traveling is something that I believe is universal. Most people can relate to it. But what I'm saying to you is, if you share the information with someone and they get more excited than you and they decide to join right now, that's because you introduced it to them. It has nothing to do with how many trips you've taken or not taken. Now, I agree with you. It's better to use the product, that you'll have a much greater perspective like I have. But for now, if you decided to join today and you share this with someone tonight and they got started, that's good for them because they're more excited than you are and they want to be part of it. That's kind of how the business works. The reason I like having conversations like this is because you never know where it's going to lead. And I'm talking to a gentleman in Australia that I've never met before in my life, and we're kind of, getting into details of how this thing works. That's why I love it. And you might know someone who sees the idea and goes absolutely berserk for it, and they decide they want to build a massive business, and guess what? You would get paid on all of it just because you invited them to look at the information. So here's one thing I want you to be clear on as we wrap up our conversation. Number one, this is not sales. I'm not here to try to convince you, beg you, chase you to do anything. I just want to make sure that you have a proper understanding of what it is that we do so you can make an informed, intelligent decision. Now you may want to, digest it and, play around with it, that's fine. But we show people the idea and we ask them to make a decision for themselves, yes or no. That way it takes the pressure off of you so you don't feel like you have to sell or convince your friends. And also, I do want you to be comfortable and secure in our company and our reputation. we've been validated by Ernst & Young. We've been around for 8 years, and we're going to be opening in Australia sometime this year, in 2014. So there's another component to this conversation. It's called First Movers Advantage. I'm sure you've heard of it. Because we're going to be opening in Australia, the people that get their membership and decide to do the business first have the opportunity to override all of the business that comes into Australia over the next 10, 20, 30 years. So that's called First Movers Advantage, and whether you like the idea or not, whether you think your friends have money or not, or like travel or not, all that is immaterial. The fact of the matter is that if you get a position right now, whoever decides to join from now moving forward, that's a very big time gain for you, because you'd be one of the first people in the entire country of Australia to be a part of it. Am I rambling now, or am I still making sense? Okay, good. So I'm just going to encourage you to really take a serious look at it. We can give you some information. You can go on some websites. You can, look at the owners and kind of get a sense. You can Google me, know where I'm coming from, and then you can kind of make a really smart, informed decision. If you decide you want to get started with it, we'll kind of tell you what that will look like in the coming months. But we're excited to be coming to Australia because, like I said, it's brand new, and we are literally calling people just like you. Anybody that knows somebody in Australia, we're like, get on the phone with them right now, show them the information, because we know what it looks like. We put in over 200,000 people in this idea so far, and when you open up a country, it's like it's game over. And network marketing is very big in the country of Australia. If you don't know that, look it up. It's very, very big there. There's a lot of trainings. There's a lot of different companies that have been there for a long time, and we're excited to be, coming into that market with this product because no one else is doing what we're doing right now. It's cool? Okay. Yeah, is there anything that maybe you weren't clear on, before I get off the line and turn the call back over to our girl? Right. So first of all, the total cost is going to be $361 because the business is an additional $100 and then $11 a month for your website and your maintenance. So it's $361 total US dollars. That's the first.
It's under 25. Under 25.
That's what I'm saying.
And then if you look at the membership, yes, if you're using the membership, if you're planning on taking trips, then you will get value from it. From that standpoint, if you're flying, if you're booking hotels, renting cars, whatever, you can get discounts on that. Otherwise, if you're really just focused on building the business, then yes, we're going to talk to you about how you would properly invite people to look at the idea and really start casting the vision. Because this is, what I said to you was, if you decide you want to be a part of it, we're going to have a different conversation. Because we're coming to Australia, it's going to be brand new. So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently in terms of casting vision and finding people that really, want to make some significant income in the next 12. That intrigues you, you could possibly see yourself being a part of it, and we'll have another conversation. If it doesn't turn you on, then that'll be the end of it, but we'll send you some information so you can kind of get your head around it. Is that cool? All right, excellent. Well, listen, it was a pleasure meeting you on Skype. Can you still see my face?
You should look in here.
That's so crazy. Because I wasn't looking at the screen when I was talking to you. So it was a pleasure meeting you. We're going to send you an email as soon as we get off the Skype thingy here, and we'll talk more, okay? All right, man. Have a good night.
Thanks, Jazz. Bye. See ya.